Welcome to Mandatory Update, the show where talentless game journalists make petty little jokes. I'm Ian Hinck.
And I'm Elyse Willems.
DICE has announced that this February will be Battlefield 4 Player Appreciation Month. They plan to show that appreciation by making a different game that works and is fun to play.
It can't be that bad, can it?
I don't know, I've never played them. I'm too pretentious.
Oh. Hatsune Miku Project Eva F will be available for the PS Vita come this March. The game will contain the same danceable songs as the PS3 version and feature Japan's favorite Vocaloid blue-haired pop star. Unfortunately, Hatsune couldn't be reached for comment because she's not actually real, and no amount of wishing on a star over a stained body pillow can change that. So dry those eyes. I am of course referring to the ones on the body pillow.
PS1 and PS2 emulation is coming to PS4. A mid-level Sony executive was quoted as saying, "Anything to get some games on the fucking thing. Goddamn."
I'm tired of everyone picking on Sony. They're like the Microsoft of the video game industry.
Nailed it.
Sucker Punch Productions has said that when working on Infamous Second Son, their goal was to bring the urban decadence of Seattle to life.
I hear it rains a lot over there.
Take that, Seattle!
Ya burnt.
Satoru Iwata, the president of Nintendo, has said that he will cut his salary in half to account for the company's 30% downturn in profit over the last 9 months. After hearing this news, analysts expect profits to decline even further, since their biggest customer, Satoru Iwata, will no longer have as much disposable income to spend in the Nintendo eShop.
A massive battle in EVE Online has once again shaken up the in-game world, destroying ships valued at over $300,000. For more on this story, we go to Mandatory Update space correspondent Rob Slusser. Rob?
Thank you, Ian. I am here in Iceland, at the headquarters of CCP, the company that makes EVE Online. Let me tell you, the amount of devastation here is incredible. Titan ships, normally the pride of in-game corporations, are now ruined hulks. Innumerable lesser ships have also been destroyed. Years of resource gathering and shipbuilding completely wasted. The total cost is hard to calculate. Well, I'm just getting word now that the total costs are, in fact, easy to calculate. They're actually, because they're virtual losses, they are zero. No losses whatsoever. In fact, if CCP wanted to, they could replace all the losses and then some with a wave of their magic admin privileges. They're just virtual numbers. The money is no more real than the virtual coins I have in my Bitcoin wallet or the imaginary numbers associated with my bank balance.
Thanks, Rob. Hope you saved enough money for a flight home.
What was that, Ian?
Love you, Rob.
King.com is in the news again following their Candy Crush trademark controversy. This time, indie developer Matthew Cox claims King copied his game Scamper Ghost in 2009. In retaliation to this, King.com has built a time travel machine to go back in time to trademark the name Matthew Cox, along with all names important to him in life, in some weird passive-aggressive Terminator-like attempt to prevent Matthew from ever getting into the game industry in the first place.
Madden NFL 25 Super Bowl Simulator predicts Broncos to defeat Seahawks. Well, yeah. Why did they need to predict that? Broncos are like huge.
Yeah.
They're like horses. Seahawks are birds. They don't stand a chance.
If you've ever been trampled by a horse,
Which I
you
have.
know
I
that
do.
the horse has got this one.
Yeah, especially over a bird. They're like 400 times the
Yeah,
size.
but the birds might just be able to fly away.
They could just fly away.
We'll have to check this out.
We'll have to check this out.
Speaking of Madden, EA CEO Andrew Wilson told investors this week that EA will retain the NFL license for a number of years. So until further notice, I will continue to give a number of fucks.
NASA has been playing a lot of Kerbal Space Program in the wake of funding for actual space travel being cut by drastic degrees. A spokesperson from the White House said, "Shh, they don't know it's not real. It would break their hearts if they knew they weren't really in space."
The University of Lincoln will launch a game research group in March to bring together staff and students to work on a wide range of research. The group is to be led by esteemed Professor Dave McPherson, but he lets us call him Dave. Like he's actually really chill. He lets us smoke with him, hang out in his office. Dave's just a really cool guy.
One time, Dave and I went out stargazing and we just talked about life and...
But that's just Dave.
Funcom, makers of MMO The Secret World, were raided by Norway's Economic Crime Unit and the company's stocks have been closed during the investigation. Reporters at the scene said the lead investigator for the Norway ECU walked out of the Funcom offices into the chilled Norwegian tundra and said, "It looks like Funcom stock isn't the only thing that's frozen." Yeah! Dead Rising 3, an Xbox One exclusive title, is making headlines again, this time with a massive 13GB update. This seemed like a lot until I remembered how much pornography I have on my work computer, so in retrospect, I should stop talking.
I've seen his hard drive. It's like a Thai whorehouse in there.
Very artistic.
The wait is almost over. Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number has been given an approximate release date of Q3 2014. Until then, there's a playable demo out right now.
Elyse, no!
Respawn Entertainment has announced plans to destroy the holiday of Valentine's Day by releasing a beta of Titanfall on February 14th. In a statement, company reps said, "The only hearts I want to see this Valentine's Day are the ones I pull from the chests of my enemies." We here at Mandatory Update would like to remind Respawn that love only comes to those who open themselves to it.
You know, Ian, I can't think of anything more romantic than jumping on the back of a Titan, ripping out a pilot, and slicing off his testicles.
I don't know if that's how you play that game.
That is the only way to play that game, Ian.
Oh my god.
Felicia Day and Freddie Wong will be co-hosting the 17th Annual DICE Awards this year in Vegas. I expect Felicia Day will no doubt rely on the only thing she has going for her, being a talented, intelligent, and savvy human being.
What a bitch. Ubisoft announced 100 new jobs and a 28 million Canadian dollar investment in its Quebec City studio. Reportedly, the staff's primary purpose will be working on, quote, just some French bullshit.
Sly Cooper is headed to the big screen in 2016. In the film, Sly and friends explore the history of the Cooper clan and embark on a worldwide adventure. Sony Pictures takes pride in the investment, stating, "If every Sly Cooper fan sees the film once, we stand to make upwards of $10.3.
That's it for this week. I'm Ian Hinck.
And I'm Elyse Willems.
Good night and good game.